So when I started this new workbook, it's like I said, it could be anything. The first one was the spacecraft, and then stories, and then recipes. So it's kind of a mix of everything. But so far it has been less than 60 pages. And you might wonder, so it's only for short story, like every chapter has to be like that? But no. There could be sections, if especially if it's like all related, like this one. So I'm showing P08 um, as having 4 sections. So, and each section is 60 pages. Uh, but it could be more, it could be 100. This it's actually quite flexible. So like the first one is a natural landmark. The second one is towns and villages, and then the third one is no, the third one is the church, and then church or temples, and then the fourth one is the bridges. So it's landmarks, sites, historical sites to see, and because they are all kind of related, then it doesn't have to have in separate P template. It could be all in one template. So, and in fact, I could do like 100 and then 10 sections for like 1,000. So far what I've built is the LT1 sheet, the long table sheet with 1,000 rows. But if you want to create something that has more than 1,000, then you can do that. So yeah, actually you can build like just one piece series, you can build like 1,000 um 1,000 pages if you like, and or 10,000 pages. And in fact, if you want, we can also, all of this, if you really want to, you can also do a dashboard in which you can pick and choose a topic. So there could be like just one P template and various topic, and then the user can just select or match. So that can be built also. So it doesn't have to have like you have so many page templates. So if you want, like, we can build a new workbook, and then I can show that you might only need just one template, and then various sections if that's what you want. But maybe you don't want that. I think that's only if it's kind of the same topic. Like, for example, what if you want to create a book, a subject with so many topics? Then that's why you need like the 1,000 or 10,000 pages for like if it's all related. But this one, they're not really related, they're all like different, so maybe it makes sense to give each one a different P template, but it all depends on what you think. So but yeah, so you can definitely create many books, many short stories or long stories or many pages, whatever.